chosen ones, empaths. Narcissists aren't the best decision makers. They don't make the best decisions. And sometimes they can actually end things with a potent supply source. And it leaves them with the feeling that they've pushed you away too soon. You see? They could have been so toxic that it wound you up so much that you had to end it with them. They could have discarded you early, either. But the narcissist is left with the feeling of there could have been more. There was more depth to cover. There was more angles to pursue. They realized that this relationship ended prematurely and they have to go forward in their lives plagued with regret and loss and the feeling of absence. This doesn't stop them from moving forward in other relationships, but fundamentally speaking, they realize they pushed you away too soon. And they will try hoovers to try and get us back on side. They will try to hoover us. I believe that the relationship I was involved in, the narcissist, is under the impression that it ended too soon. It ended too early. It ended prematurely, and they have no one to blame but themselves. You see, they realize afterwards that there was a lot more supply to obtain from us. There was a lot more we had to offer. And they realize this because they begin to compare us to these new supplies. And they realize that there was just a lot more of a whole package with us. We were like the whole package. And these new supplies don't cut it. We done a lot of things for the narcissist that went unnoticed, wasn't even mentioned. We brought the narcissist a lot of clarity, and we actually were the reason they got over their past, because they felt like they were blessed with something special. They knew that the whole time, that they were blessed with something special, and they just didn't truly appreciate it though. They just didn't truly value what they'd been given. And they run their same game on us, love bomb, devalue, discard, or love bomb, devalue, reverse discard. They do their same tricks, but they're left with this absence. They're left with this void in them since the departure of us. And it's something that they never find themselves being able to replace. They search everywhere. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But they search everywhere, high and low, for a supplier to match up to what we used to offer. But they're always remembering the fact that they pushed us away. We might have been in a situation where we was like, come on, like, let's work this out. Like, let's sort this, let's repair this relationship. Like, let's sort it out. And they didn't want to hear it. They actually had us in that position, probably. In that position where we was wanting to repair the relationship. We was trying to fix it. We're problem solvers as empaths and chosen ones. We like to fix it. We're like the savior empath. We like to save things and fix things and make things work. And, they had us in that limbo period where we was like that. They had us in that period where that's all we wanted to do, was just, that was our ultimate goal of our existence, was to work this relationship out. And they were the ones that was causing all of the hiccups and problems. There was no real issues. The issues were inside them. They had their own issues, and they didn't want to make it work, And this is why, after some time, you get hoovers. You get these hoovers because the narcissist wants to know what you're doing with your life. They want to know if you've moved on. They're aware that you have supply left over. They know they haven't totally destroyed you. This is what we're like. We're like a never, like, this is what I'm saying. Even though we might have been running low, or in their eyes we was running low on supply, you know, we're like a well that just keeps on giving, you know. We just keep on giving. And there was layers of our relationship that didn't get discovered because they ended it prematurely. And the narcissist is aware that there are these layers that wasn't discovered. You see, the longer that we stayed with them, the deeper we would have probably loved them. The closer we would have got, the more we would have grew in intimacy in other areas. We would have grew in other areas more passionately, and we would have formed a closer knit bond, you know. They thought they had us at our best. They didn't have us at our best. There was still a lot more that we could have done. And I'm not saying that we lacked in any areas, but I'm just saying through the course of time, if this person had treated us rightly, if they were in tune with what we were saying, and there was reciprocity and reciprocation, they would have got a lot more from us, and they realize this now. So we become the one that they lost too soon. We are the one that they lost too soon. And it's hard for them to cope with that. Because if you're like me and you've door slammed, bolted and welded it shut, and there's no actual way that this narcissist can get back involved in your life, they've tried numerous times through hoovers, they've tried from fake profiles, they've tried so many ways to get in contact, and you've denied them any respect. Even you didn't even respect them. You just literally swatted them away. You know, you swatted them away. You didn't want nothing to do with them. You didn't want anything to do with them, and you just closed it off. You just said, no, you're not interested. And you done this firmly, and you kept at this, and you didn't let your guard down, and you didn't let them back in. This destroys them. This absolutely destroys them, because there's all of this. We're like a vessel of opportunity. There's all of these opportunities they know lurks within us, and they just want to be on the same side of the fence as us now. They wish they was on the same side of the fence as us now. And I know this to be true. I know that the narcissist I was involved with will realize that they made chaos out of nothing. They didn't need to go to the lengths that they did. They didn't need to start smearing, go into the lengths they did, go into police, making this whole drama situation. Because like I mentioned in my video earlier, when we go no contact after they discard you, this actually insults the narcissist, and they feel like we're ignoring them, you know. And this is why, because the narcissist done these things to me, the police, etc., and then I went no contact afterwards, they'll realize that they didn't need to do these things. They actually didn't need to do these things. It was all, what's the word I'm looking for? It was all just too much chaos. It was all too much chaos and too much drama, and it wasn't necessary. That's the exact word I'm looking for. It wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary at all, and they didn't get me into the mind state where they thought I would, like they apprehended I would, that I would continuously, relentlessly keep on chasing. You know, that's what they thought they would get from me. They didn't realize they were going to be met with a door slam, a bolt, and a welding it shut. They didn't realize they was going to be met with that. And that's what they was met with, and that's what they will remain to be met with into the future if I ever do receive hoovers again. But I know that it hurts them that they didn't do what they wanted to do. You see, because even towards the end of the relationship, the narcissist was saying to me, what if I got pregnant? And I said, well, I don't know what made me say it. Thanks to God I said it. But I said, I want a DNA test. He said, what? I said, well, what my thinking was behind it was that if they're taking the contraceptive pill and then they randomly get pregnant and it's unplanned between me and them, it's not planned, then it's like, I would want to know that that child's mine. Not that I didn't think they were cheating or anything like that. I just don't know what made me say it. But I feel like God protected me, or the universe protected me by me saying that, because that was their plan. They would have had a child of me and disappeared and caused me wounds. Like, they might have discarded me after they had a child of me, and then they would have caused me wounds like I've lost my only child in the world. Stuff like that. That's what I reckon that was their plan. And this is why I reckon they feel like they pushed me away prematurely, because I reckon they wish that they'd done that. I wish that they wish that they actually proceeded to have a child with me, and then do the chaos or whatever. You know, they would have got something from me. That's what I think they would have wanted. Or they would have took me, so I had to start paying through the nose for the child support and all of that. I don't know what they would, But I managed to escape it. I managed to escape that, which was great. I'm so grateful now, because there was at one point in my time in my life where I felt like, oh, maybe I responded wrongly, but I didn't. I didn't respond wrongly at all. It was actually the right thing to say, and I was being set up for a trap. They were trying to entrap me. That's not how you have a child with someone. You don't entrap someone into being a parent to your child. You don't want to entrap someone into that reality. It's a bit weird. But back to the point and the topic at hand, right? The narcissist realizes they pushed you away too soon, and it does hurt them. It does hurt them. It does hurt them knowing they pushed you away too soon, knowing that they could have got more from you. There's nothing worse than them knowing fundamentally that there was more supply to obtain. There were sectors of you that they didn't nurture well enough to get from you. They weren't able to obtain certain supply from you because they wasn't being coherent. They wasn't even playing a good game at it. They was too chaotic, and they was too much full of drama, and that's what prevented them being able to actually obtain more from us. And they regret their actions and the ways that they played it out, because they know now, wherever they are now with these new suppliers, that these new suppliers don't equate to us, and there was a lot more that we offered than these new suppliers, and they're living with this. They're living with this day in, day out. Some of them are settled down with a supply. Some of them are chasing new suppliers and going from supply to supply to supply. Some of them are so scared to even lose this new supply because they know what they've just lost by leaving us. So it's actually traumatized them a little to actually go through the whole discard process again. So they'll clutch and cling to a supply just for the sake of not being alone, because we know narcissists can't take being alone. We can, right? We can take being alone. We can enjoy being alone for a period of time, and it's through this time that we actually do the inner work, and we become the best versions of ourselves, and we have the opportunity to become the best version of ourselves. So that's what I want all of you to focus on, especially with this new year coming up. Let's all focus on being the best version of ourselves in every single way. And everything I'm telling you, I tell myself to. And everything I want for myself, I wish for you too. I want what's best for us, I want us to heal enough so that we can actually recognize someone who's true in a relationship. I don't want us to just settle in relationships like these narcissists do. Just settle with someone for the sake of being lonely. I'd rather be alone than lonely around someone, feeling lonely around an individual, not feeling like you connect, not feeling like there's a bond there. I don't want that. I want someone true, honest, loyal, kind, loving, you know, and that does exist. And I know it exists because it exists within me and it exists within you. So we've just got to search for people that are on the same page, you know, and when we do find that, you know, this narcissist will be a distant memory, you know. It's just about us finding the right person for us. But they did end it prematurely. They know they ended it prematurely. And it does hurt them a lot. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. If you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find a link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.